So we'll move on to the next. So prepare talk for common topics. Okay, so there are like some common topics, not only for this company interview, for any company interview you will speak the same thing. Okay, it's something like a memorized speech. So the most typically asked question in all types of interviews would be, tell me about yourself. Okay, so I usually have a prepared speech for it. So I tell things which are in my resume. So what is my name, where I am from, okay, what is about my family, and what are my qualifications, like that. This is a very formal speech. Okay, things which are already there in your resume, you again tell to them. Okay, in a conversational style, you just like keep on telling it. So that's about tell me about yourself, usually which is in the resume only you tell. But in sometimes, okay, the interviewer would be like say a casual person. Okay, if you find out that he is a little bit casual, I usually have another speech for tell me about yourself. So what I do is I ask him, do you want something which is from the resume or which is not in the resume? Okay, so if he's a casual person, he will say that, okay, tell me something which is not in the resume. So why do I do this? See, the reason why I do this, because interviewers all usually get bored by again and again listening to this tell me about yourself information from so many candidates. Get this same kind of same story they'll get. So if you tell something which is not in your resume, see that spikes up the interest in that interviewer. So you can easily tell with things which are not in your resume. For example, you would have not put some kind of leadership quality. You would have not put it there. Okay, somewhere you would have helped a friend, but you can't put that. Okay, so wherever you have shown your leadership quality, your motivational ability, your conversation ability, something which you have not posted in the resume, you can tell. Okay, because resume is usually very formal, so you can tell something which are not there. Okay, how you helped a friend, how you are willing to take an extra step to help your colleagues, your friends, and the well-wishers. Okay, so you can tell those things. Okay, how you are dedicated, that and all you can tell in this. Things which are not in the resume you can tell. Okay, so in a simple way, create a story about yourself. Okay, two stories, one which is usually in the resume and one which is not in the resume. Okay, so see what kind of interviewer he is. If he's very formal, tell what is in the resume. If he's very casual, then tell him about things which are not in the resume. This is another typical question that they will ask you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, so one of the kind of arrogant answer which I gave was like, in 5 years time I want to be in your place. Okay, so that is not a right answer. The right answer would be at a managerial level, at a position where I could lead other people. So that could be what you can say for this kind of a question. Okay, develop, see, these are questions which are like always asked in interview. So develop a kind of a story, memorize it, keep on speaking, repeat it at your home, so that you will repeat the same kind of logic in the interview also, right? And this is another question, why should we recruit you? So why should we recruit you? Usually you have to tell like what are the good things about yourself. Okay, that you are a team worker, you are talented, you are a learning person. Okay, something like that you would have to tell. You can work under deadlines, like that. They might ask you a question like, if you are saying that you can work under deadlines, can you give an example? So you should also have an example, that situation in which you have worked in a deadline. Okay, it can be your it can be something that you have done at your home or in your college, something which is which tells that you work in a pressureful or a close deadlines also. Okay, so you don't just tell words randomly. Okay, don't say that you are I'm a team worker. If they ask you a second question, give an example of how you work in a team. Okay, you should be able to tell it. Okay, so it can be from your family example, how you worked as a team member, or it can be in your college or school example, but you should have a story for that also. Okay, so prepare this an answer for this question also. So the last one is a very tricky question. So what are your weaknesses? So this is a favorite question of any interviewer. So why does he ask this question is because usually people will know what are their strengths are, and they will only tell what their strengths. Okay, weakness, they will either hide it or they will never know it. So weakness, you should be able to tell this also. Okay, again, you have to prepare this well before the interview. What is your weakness? Okay, usually the weakness you have to tell, which is also your strength. Okay, for example, you can say that you are a person who gives quite a detailed work. Okay, you are not a person who's like gives a work which is like very superficial. Okay, you give a very detailed work you give, so that it takes more time. So you can say that I take a lot of time to get the detailed work done. Okay, you can tell like that. Or you can say that something you have to tell as a weakness, but it's actually a kind of a strength. Okay, so it should not be, you can't say that you are a lazy person. That is like an absolute weakness. That's totally a ridiculous weakness. You can say something like you are very communicative. Okay, you communicate a lot, you listen to people a lot. So that is a weakness, because beyond the limit, communicating and listening to others is not good. Okay, so but communication is a strength. Okay, so you have to portray your strength itself as a weakness. Okay, so you have to work these things at your home. Okay, before the interview itself, you have to do. See, this is a one-time process, so it doesn't take you have to do this well before an interview. Have these things, so that you go for any interview, you do the same thing again and again and again. Okay, so hope you guys got a good idea about this. Okay, so you guys can reach me at my website. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I am very active on LinkedIn, and you can also reach me at Twitter. So if you guys really like the video, put a like for us and share it with your friends who might find it useful. So if you guys have any queries or questions, post it in the comment section. We'll be like happy to answer them. If you guys have any other ideas for further videos, you can put it in the comment section. We'll be like creating a new video on that topic also. So thank you guys. We'll meet in the next video.